You may have been shopping around for a project management tool and have finally decided on ClickUp. Well, congratulations, you've made the right choice. Welcome to the ClickDown channel, and my name is Shirley. For today's video, I'll be walking you through on how you can set up your ClickUp and how to navigate all of its features. The first thing you need to do is, of course, to create a ClickUp account. So you just need to go to clickup.com and sign up, and you will go ahead and create your first workspace. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose one. Okay, so we've now created a new workspace. And typically, one workspace would be the name of your company. So you can go ahead and also rename your workspace if you'd like here on your settings. And so when you're creating your ClickUp account, you first need to choose what ClickUp plan you would like. And so we have a list of choices in here. You can, of course, go with the free forever plan. And you can go on with that forever, but keep in mind that you have limited storage, limited custom fields, and limited automations. If you would like to take advantage of more features, then I would suggest to get started on the $5 unlimited plan. And yes, it is best for small teams and small businesses, and that is $5 per member per month. So you basically get everything here in the free forever plan and more features. And if you would like to get more of dashboard features, time tracking, or even advanced automations or custom fields, then you can go ahead and go to the business plan. So just keep in mind that this pricing is per member. And of course, you can go ahead and contact them if you'd like to strike a deal. The second thing that you would need to know about ClickUp is that you need to understand its structure. And so here we have a default space. So you can think of a space like a category or a department of your company. And so this one is already created for us. And underneath that space, you can go and create a folder, list, or doc. Before we go into our ClickUp setup, we just need to understand a little bit about the ClickUp hierarchy. And what we just created earlier was our ClickUp workspace, and that is the name of our company. And below that are spaces, and these could be projects or categories or departments of your company. Underneath the space, we have folders and lists. And inside of folders can be the list. And it's also optional if you don't want the list to be inside the folder, but directly under the space. And again, it's optional how you want to structure your ClickUp, and it just depends how your business works and how you organize everything in your business. Inside each of your lists are the tasks. And of course, in each task, you can also put subtasks. So let's go ahead and go into our ClickUp homepage. And so here, if I go to the homepage on our menu bar, you can see your work and everything that's due today, overdue, or in the future. You can also choose to add here your calendar, and you can also have an agenda view of all the tasks that are due for that day. And here is like an inbox of all of your ClickUp activities called notifications. So be sure that your notifications are always clear to make sure that you're on top of it. Here we have goals, and you can go ahead and set up goals for your business and track your progress down into measurable targets. And so you can also set your favorites, your spaces, your dashboards, and your docs. So let's go ahead and go to space. So inside a space, let's go ahead and make a list. Inside a list is where your task lives. And then in each task, you will have an assignee, and that would be either you or a team member, and make sure that there is always a due date. Inside a task, you can also see where you can mark your status as complete or to do. So here you can also see other things like when the task was created, when the task is due, and who are the watchers. So watchers are typically just who is watching or monitoring the task. Here on the left is a description of the task itself. And on the right is the comments. And so in the comments, you can basically type anything. You can even tag someone. You can go ahead and add an emoji or even record your screen video. So there are so many things that you can do here inside a task. Generally, tasks may also have a subtask. So there's subtask 1 and subtask 2. And another thing you can add is you can also add a checklist. Checklist 1 and 2. And so if I go out of this task, you can see here outside that if I pull this drop down, I can see 2 subtasks, and there are also 2 checklists inside this task. And so you can see here above that I can also inherit the statuses from this space. And if I don't change anything, it's going to have the same statuses as the space level. So you can actually go ahead and go to the list settings and go to your list statuses and customize your statuses. If you'd like to have a in progress status aside from to do and complete, you can go ahead and save this. And you can see that from a check mark, this became a square because we have added an in progress status. But these subtasks will still have this checklist because technically you can just go ahead and complete them. So aside from this list, you can also see here on the horizontal that you can add different views. So right now we're on the list view, which is the default for ClickUp. Then of course, you can also have a board view, which is like a Kanban view where you can see all of your tasks, even if they're in the complete status. So other views that you can add are the calendar view, which is pretty much straightforward. Again, and timeline view, good for project management. You can also add a team view, table view, time map, workload, activity view. You can add a doc view and chat and even a form if you are on the paid plan. So there are pretty much a lot of things that you can add here on the horizontal view. That is, if you want to see your task in a different way, for example, you just want to see the tasks that are yours, or you want to see them in a timeline, or you just want to see your project notes in a document in your list. So that is a lot already. So now if we go here, you can see here that we have an automate button. And typically that will be the last thing that we will tackle. But just pointing that if you see this robot icon, then that is the automate button, where you can go ahead and add your ClickUp automation. At the bottom here is our quick task icon, where you can immediately add a task by clicking on this plus task here. And when you go and create a task here, you can just simply choose where it goes, and the task is already created. If you also click this quick icon button, you can see here that you can also record a clip, you can track time, create reminders, open a notepad, a doc, calendar, and open your task tray here in the quick icon button. And another feature that we have in ClickUp are ClickUp docs. So it's similar to Microsoft Word or Google Docs, except that it's all in ClickUp. And so you just go ahead and create a document and just type in it as you normally would. And so that's already saved in your ClickUp docs. You can also choose if you want to add your ClickUp docs here under your space. You can add them here. Or as mentioned earlier, you can add them in your list view as a doc view. And the coolest thing is, if you have a document, you can even add it to a task by adding a relationship to the specific document that we just created. And so our goal in ClickUp is not to have to go anywhere else, but just inside ClickUp, you can find all of the documents that you need. So while you're doing a task, you can simply open your document and you can see the steps or instructions on what to do with that task. And lastly, we have dashboards over here. So with dashboards, you can go ahead and simply use a template, or you can also start from scratch. So if I want to just go ahead and use a template, you need to make sure that you already have some information or data in your ClickUp. And by using a template, it just makes it so easy to just edit it and customize it according to your workspace. You can see here that ClickUp had created a text widget for your welcome to ClickUp. There is a chat widget where your team can chat, and documents and files that go directly to the ClickUp help documents. And you can see here all the tasks that are inside our ClickUp space. And these are all editable if you want to select other spaces, or you just want specific lists or folders to show in your dashboard. Now let's go over a few more features that ClickUp has. And here on the top left, we have a search feature where you can go ahead and search anything in ClickUp. So you can go and save it, and it will go directly to the task that's in ClickUp. So you can also choose to change the colors of your ClickUp by going to the sidebar settings and clicking on dark or light sidebar. You can also choose to have the whole ClickUp as dark if you go here under settings and click on dark mode. So some people prefer light if it's nighttime, or they prefer just white to see the task better. So it's totally up to you. Now let's go to the ClickUp settings. So here you will see settings for your workspace, and to the right are settings for your ClickUp account. So if you go here, we can see that here is where we can import files from other apps. And if you click on people, you can go ahead and invite people to your workspace as a member or as a guest. So make sure that you go ahead and choose them here if you want them to be a member, admin, or guest. So you can see that there are 0 guests right now because you can't really add them to your whole ClickUp workspace. You'd have to go to a specific folder or list, and that's where you can add your guests individually. Now, if we go back to the settings, then you can see here the spaces and all the settings that you have for each spaces, like who's it shared with, what are the statuses, what are the Click apps that are active, and the required views. So you can go ahead and actually change up all the settings for each space. Then you can go and also go to your Click apps from here and make sure that you activate the Click apps that you need for each space. Over here, you can also see integrations, and that's where you can integrate the apps that are available to be integrated with ClickUp. And so that is actually just the tip of the iceberg with all the features that you can use in ClickUp. And a bonus tip for you if you're just creating a new workspace is the first thing you need to do is to actually turn off some of your email notifications, because you're going to get a lot. So you just need to go to your notifications, and you can see here everything is actually checked. So if you don't want to get a whole ton of emails when you're starting out, just go ahead and keep what you need. And because you can always check your notifications from your ClickUp browser, or from your ClickUp app when you go to your notifications bar over here. So for beginners, you might get overwhelmed with the number of notifications and the number of emails you're getting. So my advice to actually lessen that number of email notifications and just really stick with the important ones that you need. So if you'd like more information, you can hit the like button and subscribe so that you can get more information about ClickUp.